I just had to let you know you're.
Hello everyone. So today we are going to make a podcast role play for our grammar mid test. And for today podcast, we want to talk about
How old people think with their own traditional ways in technology advances. And before that, let us introduce ourselves.
my name is Adriano Vendra Baskoro.
My name is Aditya Akil El Robani.
We are from Offering F and our student number is 2503361601699
And 250-222-620-102.
and let's start our video.
So for today's topic, we want to talk about the old generation's mindset towards changes in modern era. And for today, I want to talk about this topic with my friend Noven. Okay, friend,
Hello.
what do you think about old
Okay.
generation's mindset for this modern era?
For me, the old generation mindset sometimes feels strained to suit this modern era, but sometimes their mindset is more helpful when the internet can really help us or when our phone can turn on because of low battery.
What kind of mindset that feels strange for you, and what kind of mindset that can help you?
For my opinion, for the strain mindset is maybe I feel weird out by all people who suggest other to visit a witch doctor or a traditional drug doctor who relies on spiritual ceremonies and prayer rather than looking for a proper treatment in the hospital, like going to a real doctor. For the helpful mindset is like sometimes they can tell us what kind of herb we should drink when we are not feeling well.
What should we do to convince other people who believes in spiritual prayers and ceremonies for health treatment to change their ways?
Okay, there were actually four ways. The first one is evolve sickness argument. That was like explain the word has changed and show have the illness. Back in the day, life was simpler and many ailments were related to stress or basic infection that herb could handle. But in 2026, we deal with complex virus, environmental toxins, and lifestyle disease like diabetes, HIV, or something else. In this modern sickness, are smarter, so we need smarter tools like lab tests and specialized medicine to fight them. On the second way is focus on measure safety because the elder often trust natural remedies without realizing that natural doesn't always mean safe for their current age. I know they trust traditional routes, but the problem is on the dosage. A doctor measure medicine specifically for your kidney and heart strains with a traditional healer. We don't know the exact concentration at your age. We can afford to suggest with your internal organs. It's too risky for your kidneys to process unknown substance. And for the last is the golden hour logic. It's like time sensitivity. It focus on danger on relying proper treatment. And the biggest risk of going to healer first isn't just the treatment. It's the time we lose. Many conditions have a golden hour where they can cured easily by a doctor. If we spend weeks on traditional methods and they don't work, by the time they get to the hospital, their condition might be much harder to fix.
Wow, I agree with your opinion, but what do you feel when they force someone to believe in their ways?
I think that's not really good when they force someone to believe in their mindset too, especially for younger generation, like our generation, Gen Z, or the generation after us, Gen Alpha, who always ask their phone for the information that they feel more logical and have the reason why the answer was that. And how do you feel about that too?
I think they would need to provide a logical reasoning for why their ways are better. Although sometimes asking older generations can be better and faster than relying on Google and Chrome. Next, have you experienced that? Have someone ever forced their beliefs onto you?
Actually, I had experienced that situation more than once. And it's really feels strange for me because in modern era, you can find the answer from the internet or social media with more logical reasoning. And have you ever experienced that too?
No, I have never met that kind of people in my life. But I'm pretty sure I would feel weirded out if that happened to me. What kind of mindset have they ever tried to force onto you?
Uh, Maybe the example when I talk to my brother or my niece about some issue in this era, especially for Gen Z, when they choose to suicide when they feel depression about situation or what happened to them. And after that, the old generation always join our conversation and always say that was because people who commit to suicide is are less closer to God, and they used to tell us that we must stay closer to God so we can have blessing for God. What do you think?
I don't think we should jump to a conclusion like that because there are a lot of other factors that we need to consider when it comes to suicide. And not only that, there are many atheists who live their life happily, so I don't think that is true. Speaking of older people, digital communication is often seen as shallow by elders who prefer face-to-face handshake connections. How can we explain to the older generation that digital networking is just as real and valuable as the traditional methods?
For me, digital networking isn't a replacement for human connection. Maybe it's like an accelerator. We use the internet to find our tribe, so that when we have finally do that handshake moment in person, we have already built a foundation of trust that will have taken years to build in the old era.
Instead of just asking the young to listen to the old, how can we create a reverse mentorship where both generations actually learn from each other's strengths?
I think it's a fair trade because the younger generation provide the digital intuition, like how the world move right now in this era, while the older generation provide the institutional wisdom, like how human works in this era. And it works when we stop seeing age as a rank and start seeing everyone as both a student and a teacher. And we can see the elder, like the elder provide the compass and the young provide the engine.
Okay. Younger people nowadays are starting to abandon religion. What do you think about that?
For me, in this era, we have a different page, but we have the same destination. And I think this is the most respectful way to handle it. We can agree the goal, but disagree about the method. And I really value that they want us to stay grounded spiritually. However, in this modern era, the relationship with code isn't just about sitting in a building. It's about how I treat people in digitally and physically. We can find our closeness through the integrity in our work, helping other online, and staying ethical in fast-paced world. And we are heading to the same destination, but we just taking the modern path, not like the older generation.
If you could pick one traditional value that modern era absolutely must keep to stay grounded, what would it be and why?
I think I will choose integrity because in a modern era of ghosting, anonymous profile, and fleeting digital promises, a person's worth is a only true anchor. Without the old school value of doing what you say, you will do the trust, the foundation of everything of every relationship, and business completely disappear.
Younger people nowadays are starting to abandon religion. What do you think about that?
For me, in this era, we have a different page, but we have the same destination. And I think this is the most respectful way to handle it. We can agree the goal, but disagree about the method. And I really value that they want us to stay grounded spiritually. However, in this modern era, the relationship with God isn't just about sitting in a building. It's about how I treat people in digitally and physically. We can find our closeness through the integrity in our work, helping other online, and staying ethical in fast-paced world. And we are heading to the same destination, but we just taking the modern path, not like the older generation.
If you could pick one traditional value that modern era absolutely must keep to stay grounded, what would it be and why?
I think I will choose integrity because in a modern era of ghosting, anonymous profile, and fleeting digital promises, a person's worth is a only true anchor. Without the old school value of doing what you say, you will do the trust, the foundation of everything of every relationship, and business completely disappear.
Based on what we have talked about, I think it is clear that the old generation mindset is not something to simply discard or leave in the rearview mirror. While some of those rigid structures, like linear career path or keep your head down approach to mental health, might not fill the fast-paced fluid, fast-paced world of 2026, there is an undeniable grit and groundedness in that generation. The goal isn't not for the new generation to replace the old, but to curate it. We take the resilience, the discipline, and the value of face-to-face connection, and we merge it with the empathy, flexibility, and technological fluency of today. Evolution doesn't mean we are deleting the past. It means building a better version on top of it.
And for my wish, I wish for all of you guys, whether you are a traditionalist and trying to make sense of this digital era or a disruptor feeling of waves of the world is intentional listening. I hope the older generation find the courage to say curious rather than judgmental. And I hope the younger generation find the passion to seek out why behind the old ways. May, may we all move forward with a little less friction and a lot of vaccination for how much we actually have to learn from one another.
Our parents were proud to stay at one job for 30 years. But for us, the younger generation, Job hopping is something that is necessary for survival. Does that loyalty mindset still make sense, or is it a trap that stops us from growing and earning more?
In my opinion, loyalty is not a trap. At the back then, loyalty was a two-way street. Companies give the pension and stability in exchange for year of service. But today, the economy is more volatile, and the job hopping isn't disloyalty, it's career agility. We aren't running away from work, we are running toward growth and market relevance because in 2026, staying still for 30 years can actually be the biggest risk to your skill set.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep an open mind, and we'll catch you in the next episode. See ya.
See ya. Berapa menit?
I just had to let you know you're